What's up, everybody? It's the Bipolar Prophet, and welcome back to Old Ridge Farm in Farming Simulator 15. So if you remember from the last episode, we went and baled a couple of meadows, the OEB meadow and meadow 9, I think it was, or 8. I can never remember. It's been a couple of days of real time since I did it, but as you can see, we have the JCB and the case over here, the case with the DPW 180 bale trailer, and obviously the JCB with the bale forks. Me and Phil are going to go around and collect these bales, bring them back, stack them up. Then I'm going to slurry the one meadow, the meadow 9, and then we're going to spread muck on the OEB meadow, and maybe start plowing it. We'll see how long all of this takes. But so we might as well go ahead. Well, I first of all got to get this guy set up to follow me, of course. So. Right control F, very good, and hopefully we won't have any issues with this. I'm going to drive the JCB because, as we all know, or as we discovered, or as I discovered, you guys already knew, the Follow Me doesn't really like things with four-wheel steering. So just to save any silliness. So still on the same format, obviously, since we just started it, going to do however many episodes is one day, is going to be one day now. I appreciate all the feedback. I've got a lot of feedback about it, about what you guys think about the new format and everything. Everybody seems to like it, so thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. I think it's a good idea. I think it's, like I've said, it's the way I should have done it all along. Just to slow everything down, no sense to rush. David Ofield left an interesting comment on the video. He said, well, I can't take credit for realism. Well, maybe that's true, David, but you can take credit for giving me the inspiration to, to actually implement some realism here on Old Ridge. I'm always talking about how I try to do things as realistically as possible in this series, but there I go rushing through days, and getting so far ahead of everybody else. And so this will slow everything down. I'm probably going to slow it down even more too. In the coming season, I'm probably going to go to 3 or 4 days per growth cycle. Maybe only make one Old Ridge video a week for a little while. It's May. We're looking at October for Farm Sim 17. So I've got other maps obviously that I want to do. Did I just go by this entrance? Nope. I just made it. Now hopefully Phil will be able to sneak in here too. But yeah, I don't want to rush through it. That's the bottom line, really. So, all right, now I got to get him in a logical position here. I think right up here will be probably the best place. You come right up here, Phil. Stop right there. That'll do. Very good. And right shift and F. You stop. Okay. Enable automatic loading. Yes, please. Because you know what I do need to do though? Before I do that. Otherwise, I'm going to make a big mess on the trailer. So, standard hay round bale. Yep. Start automatic loading. Yes. Thank you. All right. I think this is a good compromise of manually loading bales or just driving the trailer around the field and auto loading the bales. I think this is at least somewhat realistic. It's not fully realistic, obviously, but it's more realistic than driving the trailers along and having the trailer, pick up the bales. So, yeah, right. And I'm a big believer in using the tools that you have. In real life, you would, if you did as many bales as I do in real life, you would either get good at it in a hurry or you wouldn't do them, right? But don't drive into the river, BP. This may not have been the best place to park this, huh? But in the game, I have these tools, so they increase my efficiency, so I might as well use them. That's the way I look at it anyway. How much might I bet I dump this thing in the river eventually because of the way that I park this? I guess that's why we have heads that swivel around, I suppose. I tend to get such tunnel vision. I'm looking straight ahead and I don't look any other direction. But yeah, it's only 9:24 here on a Sunday, but it's farming, so you work on Sundays, or at least I do. And lots of stuff to do, so still have tons of animals to sell. That's going to take a while. Whether that happens today or not, I don't know. Because to be honest, I really, since I've decided that I wanted to plow this meadow, I really want to get it done as quickly as possible to get some grass up in it again, I don't want to leave it, without grass in it for too long, so. So I figure, obviously, the other meadow, the meadow that I actually own, is going to need to be slurried. So we'll do that. We'll come over here, spread some manure, and then maybe start plowing, I guess, and however many episodes that turns out to be. Should only be one, I think, or part of one, you know. Depends on how tricky this turns out to be to plow. Because, again, it's not very big, but it is a little of an odd shape, so. Always fun to spend another, you know, couple hours in the JCB. I really enjoy this thing. You know, this is probably my, you know, it's funny, it's the only JCB I own on the farm at the moment. You know, it's expensive, but it's certainly worth it. For as much of this kind of work that I do now, I absolutely have to have this. So, you know, I probably could have got away with just having a front loader, you know, with forks, but this is a lot easier when you need to stack and everything. So, not that I'm any good at stacking, we all know that. You know, if they could make, I don't know how it would work, but an auto-loading sort of trigger, you know, where the bales would stack, you know, you just drive up and the bales would stack themselves. How inept can you be, BP, right? Well, I guess I can be this inept to want everything to auto-load, so. Auto-loading farms now available. So what do we get off this? 6? 6 altogether? Could have been worse, I guess. Considering this meadow didn't really get any sort of, you know, attention, or at least not as much attention as it should have gotten anyway, so. All right, that's done. We can fold these back up, drop that back down again, get pulled forward here so I can get Phil turned around and get him to follow me over to the other meadow. Oh, stop the loading, though, otherwise I'll get that error message. I always forget that with this, to turn it off. I mean, it'll turn itself off happily, but... Alright, now if I hit right, shift, and F again, will he come back on again? No, he won't. I have to hit control and F. There we go. Alright, very good. Alright, off we go. Over to the other meadow. Forgive me if I'm quiet. It's early, as you can see. It's well, early for me, early for BP, right? It's 9:52 here in the real world. I've been up since about 7, and I decided that, you know what, it looks like it's going to rain here, you know, around my house. So I decided, you know, let's make some videos. So as you guys know, I'm not the most coherent thing, you know, normally, but when you know, if I haven't been awake for a while and had, you know, 15 cups of coffee, I'm even less coherent. But I'm trying to muscle through it. So today's Friday. You guys will probably see this on Tuesday or Monday, I should say. And hopefully at some point today, I'm going to try to stream. You know, and again, by the time you guys see this, you will have either already seen the stream or seen the messages that I post that the stream was a miserable failure and I decided not to do it. Haven't streamed in a long time. The only reason I want to do it again is because I miss doing it. Oh, I went the wrong way again. Again, I went the wrong way. You got to go through the housing estate, BP. How many times have you been into this meadow and you still forget every single time? And Phil's back there just honking his horn like a lunatic. Oh, the baler and everything's still over here too. Whoops. No. Honking his horn like a lunatic going, hey, where you going? Well, you knew where you were going. You should have just turned in. Back around we go again. I got to make sure I give him enough room so he doesn't smash into this guy's truck over here. But yeah, I miss streaming, you know. And the only reason I don't do more of it is it's not so much. It's certainly not my internet. My internet's very good. It's just the fact that this one. It's just the fact that I don't really have the CPU, you know, and the graphics power to put out a really high quality stream, you know. But I miss it, so I want to try it. So that's that anyway. Okay, now, I might as well just leave you in the middle of the field, too. Why not, right? Come on in. Come on in and park right in the middle of the field. That will do. Thank you. And shut you off, get you back open again, jump back in the cab. that back on. I'm going to go this way, I guess. Whatever makes me zigzag around this field the most, I suppose. I don't know that I could ever be a... You know, it's funny. I say I don't know if I could be a real farmer. I mean, it's not like I spent the majority of my life sleeping till, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, because I certainly didn't. Oh, you know what I got to do? I've always been pretty early to rise, as they say, but especially now that, I don't really have a real, what you would call a real job, I guess, where I don't have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning anymore, so I don't. So, I've sort of gotten used to the fact that I can wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning now, I can take care of my dog, I can do the stuff I need to do, drink my usual 4 or 5 cups of coffee, and, go about my business. And whenever I try to do anything earlier, or out of my routine, I'm just like, ugh. So you'll have to forgive me if I'm not maybe my usual chipper self here. Is that really all the bales that run this field? I only got 3 bales off this meadow, really? Oh no, there's another one. That's why I have to jump out of the cab sometimes, because for some reason, I cannot see very well inside this cab. Whoa. Easy, jeez. I'm having all kinds of problems with my wheel lately. No, that's not actually accurate. Let me be fair. It's not all kinds of problems. It's just little problems. I did reinstall the drivers today, this morning, trying to fix my clutch issue. It didn't seem to fix it, in American truck anyway, because as I've said, my clutch works really well everywhere else. Just American truck, it gives me a hassle, so I don't know what that's all about. But now, it seems like my wheel seems to be a little twitchier than it normally is, and I may have to go in and adjust some settings, I think. So, okay, let's see. Now, I'm going to need to get you turned around, because I don't want you getting stuck over here on this wall like I always do. So, jump out there. 10 bales altogether. Well, not fantastic, but certainly could have been worse, I guess. I always say that, right? Worse, meaning what? I would get 1 bale, I guess. It's just not having any end in these meadows is killing me. And again, they're all going to need to be plowed up, but I can't really afford to plow these up just yet, because I'm going to need grass during the season, obviously. So, going to have to kind of live with it for now. You know what I should do? Oh, no, never mind. Cancel that thought. Back to the dairy. Get these bales unloaded. Gonna have to come back and get the case, because the case is really the only thing that I have that'll pull that giant slurry tanker. Well, the Puma will pull it, but it's not happy about it. Let's put it that way. Slurry that meadow, and then we'll have to throw the bucket on this and start filling up the manure spreader. So. Probably what we'll do is, for this episode, we'll stack these bales, we'll slurry that meadow that we just picked the bales up from. We will fill up the manure spreader, go over and spread the manure over on the OEB meadow. Oh, I got to go get the subsoiler, though, don't I? Yes, I have to go pick up my subsoiler. Okay, new plan. So we'll still slurry that meadow. We will go pick up the subsoiler, maybe run the subsoiler through that meadow. And then maybe, depending on how long all that takes, we'll either spread the manure or we'll spread the manure in the next episode. We'll see. We'll see how long everything takes here. So, can you pull in a little bit more? That'll do. Thank you. That'll do. You can stop right there. Okay. Oops. No. Now, gotta jump out and unload these bales, and hopefully, they don't go nuts. I'd like to leave them on the trailer, but I bet they're going to go crazy. Let's try it again anyway. Toggle unload side. M. Back, right, trailer. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Yep. Yep, that's not going to work. Okay, so we're going to have to unload them on the left side, I guess. Is it M again? Oh, yep, sorry. left, and that'll do. Now we'll just move you out of the way somewhere here, and hopefully not take all the bales with us on the way by. Yeah, it's too bad. I don't know why. You know, sometimes that trailer unloading works where they'll stay on the trailer, and sometimes it doesn't. It all depends, I guess, on how the bales are feeling, I suppose, and you know how they're situated on the trailer. Because obviously, when they're in their sort of auto-loaded state, they're not a real thing, right? They're not an actual object. They're just sort of, well, they're an object, but they don't have collisions. And as soon as they become real again and the collisions come back and they all get to bouncing next to each other, that's when you end up with that problem. So, yeah, that's fine. I mean, 10 bales. How long is it going to take to stack 10 bales, BP? All right. I really don't... I want to do this in the cab, but this is something I don't do in the cab because I can never quite see good enough, at least for me anyway. This thing has great visibility, but I just, for some reason, struggle being able to see around all the bars and whatnot and the boom and everything, so... let's see. Do I want to go... I know I don't want that view, though. No, you know what? Let's just go another row right here. Then we can go another row on top of that when we get some more bales. I think that makes the most sense. Oop, they were a little bit in the ground. Got to remember not to do that. Otherwise, it will be bales and JCB load-alls floating in space. So. Yeah, Chad's doing a little bit of business in subsoilers now. I know Mike just bought one. I ordered one. I have to go pick it up and pay for it and all that. Because obviously, again, with these meadows, they've been meadows for so very long. And the soil is just so compacted and the root systems are so knotted up and everything that you have to subsoil everything to break it up before you plow it. Otherwise, you're just going to be plowing up giant clods or big rows. It's going to look like cake frosting coming off the end of the plow, right? And you don't want that. So. Oh, this is starting to become a pile. Go figure, right? I always start off with the best of intentions, and then before long, everything kind of goes astray on me. I do my best, though. Nope. What are you doing? Nope. Am I just not low enough? Oh yeah, it was a foot off the ground. That would probably... It's still too far. Why is it always got to be one... one set of bales that have to be... It's just have to give me trouble. There we go. It's not pretty, but, for BP, I think it's pretty good, so I'll take it. Now, am I brave? Do I want to go? No, you know what? I'm going to go one more row. One more row on the ground, and then we'll go up. I should probably put another row on top of these, but always makes me a little nervous doing that. At some point, I'm going to end up having to completely fill this shed up with bales, especially if I'm going to increase the herd. And again, that's something we're still talking about. I don't know, that it's going to be worth it. You think about, what you get paid for milk versus what it costs. At the moment with what I'm getting paid for the milk, I'm just about breaking even. It's, I'm not paying people to drink my milk just yet, but that's coming, if the milk prices don't stabilize at some point, and if the things that, no, that's not good. Oh, whew. It picked up the other two bales behind it because they were so close. That could have been a giant disaster. That could have been bales absolutely everywhere. But yeah, if things don't sort of improve here pretty soon, if the price of milk doesn't go up, and if the price of what I need to produce the milk doesn't go down, which it's not going to do. We all know that. Then, you know, I'm going to get to the point where I'm not going to break even, and it's going to end up costing me money to make milk. Well, okay, you know, I guess that's kind of how it is. So, oh yeah, I need to go get the case, which is still sitting in the field, obviously. Well, once I get to it, there we go. Need to bring this back anyway, so. Yes, I thought I hit that. Thank you. That's what happens when you end a video and you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to get back and clean that up, and then you forget to do it. Whoa, that truck. Oh, see? Between that truck and between this thing, sticking so far up in the air. Now, I can lower this, of course. But if I lower it, it's going to open. So I don't want that. No, close back up again. That's one of those. See, that's what I mean. It has that intermediate position where you can actually raise it and open it at the same time. So, and that's designed, like I said, for alpine slopes and things, so that you can, so that you don't, it doesn't get stuck on the upside of the hill and flip the tractor over, or dig itself into the ground. I just have to remember not to drive too close under the trees, otherwise I'm going to rip the whole front of the tractor off. Yeah, that tree, I still haven't got rid of that tree that's jammed up against the silage bunker over there. I keep forgetting. And I get that weird lag every time I go by it. It's strange how that works. Trees, right? What are you going to do? All right, now you need to, no, not yet, actually. I would say it needs to unfold, but, well, actually it can unfold, because I'm just going to park it over here anyway, so that's fine, yeah. You do your thing right there. And then go down. Okay, very good. Now, this silly baler. Backing this baler up. Always an adventure. Oh, you know, I was just looking at the Unimog, and it dawned on me that, B&M Modding released an update. That is actually the updated version of it. Apparently, it's hoses ready now. You know, the dynamic hoses. They made a few other tweaks to it, I guess, which is cool for a mod that's been around for a long time. You know, for them to you know, revisit it and say, oh, you know, we want to make some changes to it and re-release it. I think that's really cool. So, I know I like it. It's, you know, I don't use it all that often, obviously, but gotta have it anyway. You know, need some sort of runabout, and I also need something to haul. You know, my animal trailer with. So, oh, this baler. If you go 1 mile an hour too fast with this baler, it'll just flip around on you, and you'll lose it. So, like that. And like that. Once you start getting a tank slapper in it, you're all done. You're not going to get it back. Okay, that'll do. I don't want to play with you all day. All right, let's go get hooked up to my monstrous slurry tank over here. I really should have a weight, but I feel like running up to the main farm to grab it, so. Probably going to regret that decision, but we'll grab this. All right. Oh, it's full. Awesome. Oh, you know why it's full? Because my slurry pit was filling up rapidly. And, in fact, it's not quite full yet, but it's getting there. So, okay. Might as well jump back in the cab for this. Yeah, the slurry pit was filling up rapidly, so I'm like, oh, you know what? We'll fill up the barrel, and that'll take some of the pressure off of the tank, off the pit. So. This is going to take one pass with this thing being so wide. Oh, I should have went to OEB first. Oh, no, I'm not doing OEB. Nope, never mind. I'm going to put, see? See why I can't do this first thing in the morning? Oh, BP. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do OEB. You're going to plow OEB. So, I think we had 25 minutes. It'll probably be about 27, almost half an hour by the time I get done, you know, babbling on at the end of the video like I like to do. Again, you did it again, BP. Where are you going? You got to go this way. Now, this would be my first time trying to get this monster in here, so this should be interesting. But yeah, so I think we'll call this an episode after I get done slurrying this. The next episode will be spread manure over on the OEB meadow and plowing, and that'll probably be a whole episode because that won't be a very fast process by any means. So, all right, now, oh, no way. This is so narrow through here. Don't take out the sign. Don't take out the fence. All right, we got it. Oh, I went down the wrong way again. Why am I over here? Where the hell am I? This is why... 117 episodes on this map. How do you still get lost? I don't want to cut down a hedge over here, but I might, just because. Trust me, I'm tempted to say out of hell with it and just drive through the hedge, but I'm not going to do that either. I don't want to be the guy that destroys the pristine beauty of the Old Ridge area. Oh. I guess what messes me up is that this side looks exactly like the other side, It's a good thing I don't live here. I'd always go to the wrong house. Can you imagine that? Walk in. Hi, can I help you? Yeah, I live here. No, you don't. You live at the other one. Oh, crap. Sorry. That would be something I would do, too. Okay. Oh, this thing is going to be... this thing will probably be the width of the meadow. How do I want to do this? Is this thing way too big for what I need it to do? Absolutely. But you know what? I'm all done messing with slurry barrels. I'm done messing with them. This one works. It works well. I'm happy. It follows the mandate of no splash plate spraying, so I'm good with it. No, you can go ahead and do your thing. Probably go a wee bit fast. No, you know what? Let's go slow and let's really bomb this meadow. Not that it makes a bit of difference. Once it's down, but... I need Alt and I to bring up my soil mod HUD. Plenty of PK, though. The grass has no trouble getting to the PK for some reason, only to the N. Oh, hopefully this will fix that problem a little bit. Yeah, 1.5 passes done. It's handy, as long... I guess my thing with this is, as long as I can physically get it in the fields, in the meadows, in the fields it won't be a problem if I decided to slurry some of my fields, which I may do, just because we have so much of it. But yeah, as long as I can physically get it, get it around the farm, then I'll use it because it works good. I own it, so. All right, excellent. Excellent. And get that folded up, get stopped. And we will call this an episode. So there you go, guys. Another episode in day 49 here on Old Ridge. Day 49, whatever that means, right? It's really like day, 400, or 500. But hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Again, sometimes now with this new format, it's going to be a little slower. You're going to see me do one thing, or a couple of things, be done with them, and move on to the next thing. Oh, excuse me. I knew I was going to cough. I could feel it coming this entire time. So, first of all, thank you so much to everybody for all the feedback, for all the the support and everything you guys give me. That means everything to me. I can't tell you how much I look forward to sitting down at the computer, in the morning and going to YouTube and reading the comments and replying to them. You guys always make me think. You always give me good tips. You always give me good advice. Even the hey, I love the video and thanks so much. That stuff means everything to me. You guys are always thanking me for making videos. I want to thank you for letting me make videos for you. Maybe it sounds cliche, maybe it sounds campy, but it's absolutely sincere, and that's how I feel. Thank you so much. Thanks for being my friends. Thanks for, coming to the Facebook page and hanging out. Thanks for, hitting me up on Twitter and on Steam and everywhere else. It really means a lot to me, guys. And again, and I say this a lot, but if you guys hit me up in a message and I don't get right back to you, please don't take it personal. I do a lot of things during the day. I'm fairly busy, but I will get back to you and keep that stuff coming. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Hopefully you're enjoying your stay. Hopefully you've subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to hit the red subscribe button. It's the best way of being notified of when I make a video, which is pretty much every day. And as always, guys, thanks for everything, and thank you for making me a part of your YouTube day. This is the Bipolar Prophet saying, see you later.